guys, in this video we will be covering India and Southwest Asia during the Middle Ages. So today we are going to identify the causes and effects of the Mongol invasions and their impact on Europe, China, India, and Southwest Asia, and we will also describe the spread of Islam. By the time that we are done with this lesson, you will be able to summarize how Islam spread throughout India and Southwest Asia. First, let's talk about the rise of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans were a nomadic group of Turkish people who ended up moving into the area that is highlighted in green here. They captured Constantinople, which, if you remember, was the city that was the capital of the Byzantine Empire, and they renamed it Istanbul. That is the modern day name of the city. The Ottoman Empire replaced the Byzantine Empire, and it spread into North Africa and parts of Eastern Europe as well. This empire is going to interact both with the Eastern and the Western culture, as it is situated in the middle of both. And they controlled trade within the Mediterranean because their empire is really powerful and strong in this area. The leader of the Ottoman Empire is called a sultan. And in this empire, you have both Christian and Jewish communities that were allowed to govern themselves. So the Safavid Empire in Persia is the area in green that you see here, and this is part of the Arabian Peninsula. Right? They are the enemies of the Ottoman Empire, and the people who live in this area are Shiite Muslims. The Ottomans are Sunnis. The Safavid rulers are called Shahs, and they maintain control by having a large army that is very powerful. They are most famous for having beautiful palace carpets and painting. So like Persian rugs come from this civilization. In India, we see that Muslims take over as the Turkish empires expand, and they destroy Hindu temples and cities when they arrive. They're going to establish sultanates in India that are independent kingdoms and never really adopt Indian ways. They preserve their Muslim culture. One of these empires is the Mughal Empire. It was headed by a man named Akbar the Great, and Akbar was known for promoting religious tolerance. So although Akbar was a Muslim, he allowed for Hindus and other faiths to continue to practice their religion without persecution. He used Hindus in his government to help run the daily activities, and he also encouraged learning, painting, music, and literature. So he's a big sponsor of education and culture. Shah Jahan succeeds Akbar. He's his grandson, and he is going to change the relationship between Muslims and Hindus in India. He imposes a special tax on Hindus, requiring them to pay a tax because they are not Muslim. And he's also going to order the destruction of Hindu temples as a result. And so many people are going to see that they're forced to convert to Islam because they're being persecuted, or they are required to pay a special tax. The Shah Jahan is also credited with building one of the great wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal, which is the building pictured here. It's one of the biggest tourist attractions in India, and it was actually built as a tomb for his favorite wife. So from 1300 to 1700, there are three groups, three empires that dominate different parts of Europe, known as the Gunpowder Empires. We have the Ottoman Empire that we just discussed, which replaced the Byzantine Empire, the Safavid Empire, which is made up of Shiite Muslims, and then you have the Mughal Empire in India. And I'm sorry, really quickly, the reason that they're known as the Gunpowder Empires is because they are the first to use guns in their armies. So Sikhism, we've sort of discussed before. It is a religion that came about in India, and it was introduced by a man named Guru Nanak. He is the founder of the religion, and their major beliefs include the worship of one God, so they are monotheistic. They also believe that all humans are equal, and in India, they rejected the caste system. They didn't think that it was fair to treat people from a lower caste differently or to outcast those that were considered untouchables. And that brings us to the end of the lecture. Make sure that you write down any questions that you have for me, and thank you for watching.